Sir Keir Starmer has laid out his plan to take the brakes off Britain ahead of today's King's speech. The Prime Minister is set to present King Charles with more than 35 bills for reading in the Houses of Parliament. Labour's focus is on unlocking growth and improving living standards for working people within an ambitious legislative agenda. Speaking ahead of the King's speech, Starmer emphasized the need to break free from the constraints that have held people back due to their backgrounds rather than their talents and hard work. For too long, people have been held back, their paths determined by where they came from, not their talents and hard work, Starmer stated. I am determined to create wealth for people up and down the country. It is the only way our country can progress, and my government is focused on supporting that aspiration. In a nod to Vote Leave's 2016 campaign message, the Prime Minister added, today's new laws will take back control and lay the foundations of real change that this country is crying out for, creating wealth in every community and making people better off, supporting their ambitions, hopes, and dreams. Labour's plans are extensive and include several key policy initiatives. One of the significant moves is to bring rail services back into public ownership. This is expected to enhance service efficiency and make rail travel more affordable and reliable for the public. Additionally, Labour aims to give local authorities more power to franchise bus services, allowing for better control and coordination of public transport at the local level. This move is anticipated to improve the quality and accessibility of bus services, particularly in underserved areas. Housing is another critical area of focus for Labour. The party plans to implement planning reforms designed to turbocharge house building across the country. This initiative is expected to address the housing shortage and make home ownership more achievable for many, particularly young people and families. Furthermore, Labour is committed to a trans-inclusive ban on conversion therapy, reflecting its dedication to protecting the rights and dignity of all individuals, regardless of their gender identity. Rishi Sunak, now leader of the opposition after serving as Prime Minister, has voiced his expectations for the new government. He is expected to say, Labour tapped into the public's desire for change, but they must now deliver change, and we on this side of the House will hold them accountable for delivering on the commitments they made to the British people. Sunak has stressed the importance of Labour adhering to its campaign promises, particularly regarding taxation. The Labour Party promised no tax rises on working people and no plans for tax rises beyond what's in their manifesto, in full knowledge of the public finances. They can't now claim that things are worse than they thought and renege on these pledges. We will hold the government to its own promises. The political landscape remains tense as Labour faces scrutiny over its handling of various issues. One such controversy involves Sir Keir Starmer's chief aide, Sue Gray, who has been accused of subverting the cabinet over an attempt to secure a bailout worth hundreds of millions for a football stadium in Belfast. Gray, who led the Partygate probe during Boris Johnson's tenure as Prime Minister, has reportedly sparked resentment among ministers by personally dominating negotiations over Casement Park. A Whitehall source told The Times, it's constitutionally improper. This accusation adds to the challenges facing Starmer's administration as it navigates the complexities of governance and strives to implement its ambitious agenda. The legislative agenda, outlined by Labour, reflects a comprehensive approach to addressing the country's pressing issues. By focusing on public ownership of essential services, empowering local authorities, accelerating house building, and protecting individual rights, Labour aims to create a more equitable and prosperous society. The government's commitment to these principles will be critical in determining its success in the eyes of the public and its ability to effect meaningful change. As the King's speech unfolds and the legislative process begins, all eyes will be on how Labour translates its promises into action. The public's desire for change, as recognized by both Starmer and Sunak, sets the stage for a period of intense political activity and scrutiny. The coming months will be crucial for Labour as it works to deliver on its commitments and demonstrate its capability to govern effectively. The focus on economic growth and improved living standards for working people underscores the broader vision of Labour's plan. By addressing systemic barriers and fostering an environment where talent and hard work are the primary determinants of success, Labour aims to create opportunities for all. This vision, if realized, has the potential to transform the socio-economic landscape of the country and pave the way for a more inclusive and dynamic future. In conclusion, Sir Keir Starmer's plan to take the brakes off Britain marks a significant moment in the country's political narrative. With a robust legislative agenda aimed at creating wealth and improving living standards, Labour seeks to address long-standing issues and respond to the public's call for change. The government's ability to implement these policies and navigate the challenges ahead will be pivotal in shaping the future of Britain. As the legislative process progresses, the nation's attention will be firmly fixed on the unfolding political developments and the tangible impact of Labour's ambitious plans.